Todd and Julie Chrisley have never been strangers to controversy. Their names have long been synonymous with reality television glitz, Southern charm, and later the sobering spotlight of legal battles that captivated fans and critics alike. Now the Chrisleys are back at the center of another heated storm, this time firing back at explosive claims made by a former employee who accused them of being entangled in affairs. The allegations quickly spread across social media and gossip headlines, fueling speculation and reigniting interest in a family whose personal life has rarely been free from public scrutiny. The allegations emerged when the former employee claimed to have witnessed or even been part of inappropriate relationships connected to Todd and Julie. The accusations were painted with a brush meant to tarnish the Chrisleys' marriage, suggesting that the couple, whose bond has often been portrayed as unshakable, was not as solid as their television image suggested. Yet for Todd and Julie, the claims were not only false but deeply offensive. Both quickly fired back, insisting that their marriage is strong and that the allegations are nothing more than an attempt to profit off their struggles. The Chrisleys' response has been fierce and unapologetic. They have accused the former employee of fabricating stories to stay relevant and of trying to capitalize on the media frenzy that continues to follow the family. Todd has never been one to mince words, and in his fiery statements, he dismissed the claims as pure fiction intended to damage their reputation. And so doubt about their marriage, he and Julie stood united in their response, stressing that no outside voices could shake the foundation of their relationship. The timing of the allegations is significant as it arrives while Todd and Julie continue to serve their sentences stemming from financial crimes convictions. Their incarceration has already placed enormous strain on the family, who has had to restructure their lives without the daily presence of their parents. For critics, the emergence of new allegations at such a vulnerable time seemed calculated. For supporters, it became a rallying point to defend the couple from what they see as opportunistic attacks aimed at exploiting their difficulties. Julie Chrisley has particularly taken offense at the suggestion of infidelity. For her, the accusation goes against everything she has fought to protect in her family. She has always been portrayed as the stabilizing force, the nurturing mother, and the faithful partner to Todd. For someone to allege that she betrayed those values was deeply insulting. She has strongly denied the claims, insisting that her commitment to her husband has never wavered. Her defenders point to the couple's decades of marriage, filled with both glamorous and difficult moments, as proof that they remain a team no matter the circumstances. Todd, on his part, has leaned into his characteristic defiance. He has argued that the accusations are part of a larger pattern of betrayal from people who once had access to their family and are now attempting to rewrite history for their own gain. He has suggested that the former employee is motivated by bitterness and financial desperation, rather than truth. For Todd, the fight is not only about defending his marriage, but also about preserving his legacy as a husband and father who, despite his flaws, has always prioritized family loyalty. The allegations of affairs strike at the heart of what the Chrisleys have built their brand upon. Their reality show and public appearances often emphasized faith, family, and the power of love. Between Todd and Julie, their banter, their occasional disagreements, and their affectionate moments became staples of their on-screen dynamic. To see those values challenged by allegations of betrayal naturally sparked public fascination. For fans who have followed their journey from television fame to courtroom drama, the new controversy feels like yet another twist in a saga that has blended entertainment with real-life pain. Savannah Chrisley, their daughter, has been vocal in defending her parents. She has repeatedly emphasized that Todd and Julie's marriage is one of the strongest she has ever witnessed. She has described the allegations as desperate lies from someone attempting to profit off of the family's name. During her podcast appearances, Savannah has often reminded listeners that she sees her parents' marriage from the inside, and that nothing could convince her that infidelity has ever been part of their story. Her unwavering defense has only fueled her role as the family's spokesperson during these turbulent times. Chase Chrisley has also reacted with frustration toward the claims, though often more private than his sister. Chase has expressed anger at the idea that someone who once worked closely with the family would try to tarnish their image when they are already facing so many struggles. He has pointed out that the loyalty between his parents has always been obvious to those who know them personally, and he dismissed the allegations as shameful attempts to grab attention. The younger Chrisley's defense of their parents reveals how the family continues to present a united front despite outside pressures. The former employee's accusations also highlight a larger issue that often surrounds reality television families. Once private matters easily become fodder for speculation, and once trusted insiders sometimes turn into public accusers, the lines between personal loyalty and public scandal blur quickly. The Chrisley story illustrates how fame can complicate relationships with employees, colleagues, and even friends who may eventually use proximity to celebrity as leverage for personal gain. Todd and Julie have both suggested that this is not the first time someone close to them has betrayed their trust, and they doubt it will be the last. For fans of the Chrisleys, the situation poses a complicated dilemma. On one hand, they want to believe in the fairy tale image of Todd and Julie's love story. On the other hand, years of headlines about financial crimes, prison sentences, and public feuds make it difficult to separate fact from fiction. Still, many fans have chosen to side with the couple, pointing out that it is easy for outsiders to create salacious claims when a family is already under fire. Supporters emphasize that until concrete evidence is presented, accusations remain nothing more than gossip. From a broader cultural perspective, the allegations raise questions about how public figures can protect their private lives once they have chosen to share so much on screen. The Chrisleys built a brand on transparency and family dynamics, but transparency comes with risk. When a family's daily life becomes entertainment, the audience begins to feel entitled to every detail, and former insiders can weaponize their experiences for personal profit. Todd and Julie's fierce rebuttal reflects not only their anger, but also their awareness of how damaging rumors can be to both personal and professional reputations. The Chrisleys' marriage has long been one of the defining aspects of their brand. Their chemistry and partnership are central to how audiences perceive them. That is why affair allegations feel particularly destructive. They do not merely suggest personal betrayal, but strike at the very foundation of what their brand represents. If fans lose faith in Todd and Julie's love story, then much of what the family built through years of reality television could crumble. Their swift and united rebuttal demonstrates that they understand the high stakes involved. Julie has reminded supporters that while she and Todd may face many challenges, their relationship has endured decades of trials. Long before fame, she insists that their bond has been tested in countless ways, but infidelity has never been among those trials. Todd has echoed this sentiment with his signature bravado, making clear that if the world wants to criticize them for mistakes made in finances or business, so be it, but questioning the sanctity of his marriage is a line he will not allow anyone to cross. The ex-employee at the center of the allegations has continued to make waves by granting interviews and promising more revelations, but the Chrisleys remain steadfast in their denial. They have hinted at potential legal action against the accuser, accusing them of defamation and malicious intent. Legal experts watching the case suggest that defamation suits can be difficult to prove, especially for public figures, but the threat alone underscores how seriously Todd and Julie are taking the matter. They are determined to show the world that their marriage remains intact and that the allegations will not define them. The scandal also has implications for the Chrisleys' future in media. As discussions continue about new projects and possible reality television revivals, producers and networks are closely monitoring how the affair allegations play out. If the couple can convincingly maintain their innocence and rally fans support, the scandal may ironically fuel more interest in their return. If, however, the allegations linger without resolution, they could complicate negotiations and taint the brand. Todd and Julie are keenly aware of this reality, which is why their rebuttal has been so sharp and immediate. As the story unfolds, one thing is clear: the Chrisleys are not willing to sit back quietly while their marriage is questioned. For a family already fighting to rebuild their reputation amid prison sentences and financial strain, the idea of losing credibility in the one area they have always claimed strength, their love and partnership, is simply unacceptable. They are prepared to fight with every tool available, whether in the court of law or the court of public opinion. For now, the Chrisleys continue to insist that their marriage is as strong as ever, and that no outsider can undo decades of commitment their children have rallied around them. Their supporters have expressed loyalty, and their detractors have found new ammunition to question them. The affair allegations have become another chapter in a saga that shows no signs of ending soon, yet through it all Todd and Julie remain united in their message. They reject the accusations entirely, they question the motives of their accuser, and they reaffirm their bond to each other. In the end, the controversy reflects both the pitfalls and the resilience of living life in the public eye. The Chrisleys are once again under scrutiny, facing rumors designed to shake the core of their family, yet their response reveals that they are not afraid to fight back. Their defiance, their unity, and their commitment to preserving the integrity of their marriage will define how this chapter is remembered. Whether the public chooses to believe the allegations or the Chrisleys' rebuttal remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: Todd and Julie will not let their story be written by anyone but themselves. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.